Welcome to our restorative yoga class for sleep. I'm Caren Baginski, and I wouldn't be surprised if this routine became your new bedtime go-to before sleep. That's my intention anyway, is to provide 15 minutes with 3 restorative yoga poses to help ease your way into a better night's rest. You'll need 3 blankets, a bolster, and optionally an eye pillow. Let's move right into the first pose, which is called supported reclining bound angle. So bring your bolster onto your mat, lengthwise up the middle of the mat. Grab a blanket, and from this fold, which is a basic fold, a blanket folded 3 times, take the short sides, fold once more, take the short sides, fold again. Place that at the very top edge. This will be a support for your head. Grab the other 2 blankets from that basic fold, fold once. Now take the long sides and roll it tightly up into a rolled blanket. Place one on either side of your mat. Keep your eye covering handy if you're using it. And turn around with your back to the bolster. Arrange your feet in front of you so the soles of the feet touch. You're creating quite a bit of space, this diamond shape for your legs. Sit back right up against the edge of the bolster. It can help if you lean forward in order to do that. And then once you come more upright, you'll really feel that connection at your low back. And before we lie down, take both of these rolled blankets and stuff them underneath your calves and your upper thighs. The idea is that your knees will be very tall so that there's a lot of relaxation in the legs. You don't want to feel anything here, so make sure you're properly supported and add more if you need. Then lie down and rest your head on the edge of the blanket. Ideally, you'd like to feel as though your forehead is even with your chin or just a little bit higher than your chin. If you would like to use your eye covering, place that on your eyes now and then open your arms wide. Elbows to the floor, palms face up. If you're not using an eye covering, you might choose to close your eyes. And make any last adjustments so that your body isn't talking to you. There's no sensation, no tension. If this position is not comfortable for your back, you can try propping up with a bolster ramp using some yoga blocks. Now guide your attention gently into the breath. Noticing the feeling in the nostrils. And the movement of your abdomen up and down. As you exhale, feel your low back sink heavier into its support. Your hands release all effort. And as you inhale, feel some space being made. Some space within your body for rest. Let go of any expectations you might have for this practice. And any expectations you might have for your sleep. Just allow all things to come and go, like clouds across the sky. And you as the sky, just watching everything pass. There's no problem if you're thinking. No problem if you're restless. You're fully held. Allowing yourself to begin to let go into the support of the floor and into that energetic support of the earth. Now take your hands toward your legs and gently support your knees as they lift up and your feet plant. You could roll to a side off of the bolster carefully, or plant your hands, tuck your chin in, and lift up to a seat, going nice and slow, maybe extending your legs out in front of you. Taking a breath in and out to rest in this new transition pose, keeping the eyes soft. We'll turn around and set up for supported supine spinal twist. Take the blanket that you used for your head and place it directly on the floor. Move the bolster off to your left side. Unroll one of the blankets. Open it up till it's this bigger, wider shape, and take the long side into a rectangle fold blanket. Looks a lot like the bolster. Place that on your right side. Do the same thing with the other. And place that off to the left side, just beneath the bolster and right next to the other blanket. We won't need the eye pillow here, so you can move that off to the side if you have it. Come to rest on your left hip. Now I am on my left hip, make sure you are on your left hip. You'll come down onto your side and rest your cheek on the blanket. The blanket that's in front of you, let's stack that in between your ankles and your knees. And then bring your knees up 90 degrees from your hips. Your feet go directly down the edge of the mat. Reach around behind you and snug the bolster right up against your back so that you can feel your hips and almost all the way up to your shoulders supported. Leave some space though for your arm to reach behind you. With your arms stacked to the side, take your top arm, inhale, lift it up. Look at the fingertips with your eyes, and then exhale, reach it back behind you. Now here is where you can readjust any support you need underneath this right shoulder. So if the arm is hovering in the air, add more support underneath the arm so it's fully supported and it's not hovering above the ground. Adjust your head. The gaze can be in the direction of the right arm. It can be up or over to the left, whatever will feel most restful for your head. Perhaps close the eyes and come into stillness. Relax any tension from your face. Soften your breath. And welcome a nourishing silence as we hold these poses, preparing you for sleep. We'll transition over to the other side to take the twist there. But first, find your right fingertips in your awareness, and then bring that arm back over to stack, resting fully on your left side. Keep the squeeze of the blanket in between your legs so that we can just flip onto the back. And as you do that, move the bolster from one side to the other, and move the blanket for your arm from one side to the other. Rock over onto your right hip and right shoulder. Arrange your legs in those 90-degree positions again before you open up through the arm and twist. Snug the bolster up against your back. Then with the arms together, inhale, the left arm reaches up toward the ceiling. Exhale. Let it be supported by the blanket here on this side. Adjust your gaze so your neck feels effortless. Perhaps close your eyes. Right away, come into silence, bringing your external attention from all the doing and the setup into the being and the resting. Receiving this position instead of doing the position. Let go into that. Inhale and return your left fingers and arm all the way back over to the side. From here, remove the blanket from between the legs. Push into the floor gently and lift up. Coming out of the position, we'll need an open wall space next. So bring your mat to the wall if it's not already there, and let's practice legs up the wall. For this variation of legs up the wall, I've taken the bolster widthwise across the mat with a good 2 fists of space in between it and the wall. A rectangle fold blanket is coming up the middle of the mat, and this square fold blanket is resting on top. Leave the eye pillow by the side, and then sit up against and on the bolster with your back to the wall. You're going to tuck and roll to send your legs up the wall. So reach both of your arms forward. Take the arm that's closest in toward the mat, thread it through the other arm, tuck and roll. Send your legs all the way up, and then situate the bolster so that your low back is cradled and your glutes are tipping off the edge of the bolster, feet up the wall. The backs of the legs might not be touching, and that's totally okay. Let the blanket underneath the head and the blanket underneath the spine feel like it's really supporting you, so there's not a drastic curve in your low back. You can apply the eye pillow if you're using it at this time, and then open your arms wide to the sides, palms up. Close the eyes if that's comfortable and they're not already closed. And release the legs heavily into the pelvis, keeping the feet slightly apart. The feet might sway outward to the sides. Let go of any tension you might be feeling in your face. And enjoy the sensation of lightness that might be arriving in the feet. Relax the mouth. Feel sensation in the mouth, warmth, the roof of the mouth, the tongue, each inner cheek. Sense the ears. The ears themselves as sounds come and go. Relaxing the eyes. Relaxing the nose and the breath. Feeling deep rest beginning to beckon you. Slowly walk your feet one at a time down the wall. Let the legs come inward, feeling the tailbone tip up and the heaviness in your shoulders. Choose a side to roll to. Send that arm overhead. Carefully drop your knees down. Come off of the props and rest for a moment on your side. Go very slowly, keeping this sense of relaxation with you as you lift up to a seat. Taking your hands on top of your heart, just for a moment. Maybe closing the eyes again. Breathing in and feeling your heartbeat. Breathing out, relaxing your shoulders. And affirming for yourself that deep sleep awaits. Open your eyes. It's an honor to guide you through this practice. May you have a good night's rest. If you enjoyed it, give it a like. Maybe tell me how it went in the comments. Always love to hear from you. And subscribe for more classes so we can practice again together sometime.